Good evening, everybody. Welcome, very warm welcome to this month's webinar called It's Foreign but Taste It. This was Nash's idea.
It's a great idea, Nash.
It's the best idea ever. It just sets the tone right from the beginning. And Nash will give a short introduction, he will introduce himself later. He will take the stage in just a bit. But leading up to that, I would just like to give you all a wrap up. So whoever will be watching it on YouTube later or on any other video channel, I don't know, for you to understand what's happening. So, well, we are English Alternative, and Alternative meaning we're setting up events each month. This year, each month has a certain topic. So January was health and fitness, and then February was life of learning. And this month it's emotional life. Now today we have 1 hour which Nash will lead us through, and it's about emotions. We're based in Zwickau, and we started language teaching. This is what we're there for, and we do it in an alternative way. We want people to meet and to be real, authentic, and have real conversations and learn like that. And that's about us. Now, next, before...
Daniel, I think I can hear some real conversations happening in the background in the other room.
Yeah, right now I'm in the villa in Zwickau, and we have another course.
It's nice to hear, though. I can hear some laughing, and it sounds like they're having a nice time.
Yeah. Simona has been over there. They're always having a lot of good laughs.
Cool.
Before really starting in, I thought I would like to share how I first got to know Nash. Because this is a story for you worth knowing. And maybe it's a story that even Nash doesn't know about. No,
everything. I know everything.
It was one day in November in 2009. It must have been. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe 8, I think. 9, I think. Yeah. So
2009.
Yeah, 2009.
Yeah.
It was when I was in the cafeteria, and we are eating for lunch, and our lovely professor and headmaster Ursel Luhmeier, she took the stage. She stood up and said, "Okay, everybody, we have a guest coming. He's late. He couldn't make it in the beginning of the school year. He is from South Africa, and we have a problem. We don't have room for him to sleep, and we are trying to manage, but we cannot manage early enough. So we will need someone to take him in for a couple of weeks." And I was 3rd year of my education that time, and I thought, well, let's just wait for his class to say yes. Well, that was going on in my mind. There was a break. Nothing happened. 2nd year was starting to think, but nobody raised their hands, and I thought, okay, if nobody wants it, I'm in for it. I'll take it. And this is how I was then assigned to take on Nash, and I didn't know who is Nash. Ignacious Gobeni. What is that? Who is this? I didn't know that this was going to have such a big impact on my life. Little did I know what was to come. And he is a man who seriously impacted and changed how my life was going and is going to a large extent. I don't know if Nash knows about it so much. I haven't spoken so much about it, but now you know.
Yeah. Thank you.
And this is how he came into. He was in my room. He was sleeping on the floor. I offered him to sleep in my bed later, and so we got to know and exchange. And he introduced me about all the nice things, music, that I didn't know before, and I'm still learning a lot from him. And so this was my experience, the first experience before he actually came.
Yeah.
Maybe from there you can take and say a few words about yourself. And
Yeah. Daniel, that's wonderful. I'm really excited to be here because I did a seminar once with a group, and it was more about music, only just music. And this time, then it was like, it's all about feelings. You know, we're going to talk about feelings. And I thought to myself, yeah, why not? Let me just try it and see, because he's like, you're the aspect of feelings. Whenever I listen with you, whenever we hear music, it's all about feelings. And I thought, I'll do it. But first, I know, Daniel, you've got the pictures of my family. I would like to introduce myself. Maybe Daniel can show you a picture of my family first so that you can know where I come from.
yes, I will.
So yes, that is my wife. Those are my two sons, Benjamin and Levi, very active, always jumping, climbing, screaming, and very lovely, lovely kids. You will love them if you meet them, but they've got so much energy. And I know where do they get their energy. They got it from their daddy. I cannot run away from it. Yeah. And the other picture is the picture of my family who are in South Africa. Yeah, that is the whole family. I was born in South Africa in Johannesburg. Johannesburg is a very big city. There's a lot of people moving from all over the world coming to Johannesburg, and I was born there. And my family is huge. I can't introduce all of them. It will take the whole seminar if I start introducing who is who. But that is how they look like. And yeah, I love them. That is how I feel about them. And yeah, that is my family. My name is Nash or Ignacious. And yeah, I'm passionate about different things. I love people. That is my big passion. I love meeting people. I love experiencing new things. And I enjoy every time when I come to a place and I realize people are just open or just loving each other. That is who I am. I love to spread what we call love. I know it sounds simple, but that is who I am. I love doing that. So I thought to myself, what should I talk about? Something that I love is talking about my passion of people. And I thought to myself, let me look, what is the meaning of feeling? You know, I looked into Google, and Google says feelings is emotions, feeling something. And I was like, that is too little. It can't be only that. Emotions that you feel inside yourself. I thought it must be bigger than that. And I thought to myself, it's more or less like losing control of what you have. That is what feelings is all about. It gives you a chance to just lose yourself or be something else that you're not. And now comes the question to all of y'all. The question is, do you remember the feeling that you have when you traveled to a different country for the first time and you didn't know what is waiting for you? You didn't know how the people are going to react to you, how they're going to receive you. How did you feel? You know, maybe somebody can share about that. Do you remember that the first time you traveled to a different country? How did one feel? Let me start with Katya. Katya, do you remember that? How did you feel the first time you went to a foreign country? Since you are the next to me.
When you come in a new country, I think it smelled others, and the temperature is other, and the people looks different from me, and
Yeah.
I'm the very many Eindrücke, impressions, yes.
Yes. And where were you personally? Did you go somewhere else where you remember that very well? In which country?
In which country?
Yeah.
For example, in Turkey.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And did you feel like you were lost, or did you feel like I don't know what to do?
I'm a little bit excited for the new things what I can erleben.
Experience.
experience. And this time it's in
Ryan, you're wonderful.
Thanks, Nash.
Okay, you were, I mean, the things that you experience, you thought you are waiting. That's an excitement that you said. Excited about experiencing
Yes.
something new.
For the new things, what is the nature, and
Yeah,
what can I do in my free time with my family, and
yeah,
for example, and
yeah,
many
yeah,
other things. And
yeah, yeah.
that's great to see new people, how live there, and how is to speak the language, the
Mhm.
sound of the language, and the different
Exciting.
culture.
Yeah. One can talk in details with all of this about going to another country, and I find it more exciting. I love that. That's what I love when one talks personally.
Barbara is raising her hand. She would like to say something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through everybody. I want to hear Barbara. You're the next one next to me.
So I would like to tell about my first meeting with Germany. Actually, it was the first travel to Germany, and I stayed here. So it was very interesting. The first day I went out, and it was here in Zwickau am Schwanteich, so near park. Sorry, and I couldn't tell any words. I just knew fish, something like that. And there was in this lake.
Fish was the word that you knew, Barbara. That was
two words. Hello, fish.
Hello.
I don't know, a book. Das
Exciting.
Buch. A couple of words, nothing more. And I just went out. I met people, and I could only smile and say fish. But I felt very welcome. I remember that people were smiling, and they were so friendly, and I thought, wow, it's a very interesting country. I would like to stay here because people are so open for me. I couldn't say any words. I don't know where I can go. I just know two roads and nothing more, and it was very exciting. So actually,
the feeling of excitement, isn't it? So excellent. Then let's take Ryan, since it's the next one.
Sure. This is a story that I've told before, actually, but I don't think anyone in this group has heard it before. My first trip was to Indonesia, and I spent some time there. But the real trip that blew my mind, because I was alone and I was on a real adventure. I'd sold everything that I owned, and I decided to go to Canada. And I didn't know why. I had friends that were there, and I thought that could be a fun thing to do. But it was the first time that I was really alone, when I was quite young. And I arrived in Vancouver, and if anyone's ever been to the airport in Vancouver, you walk out of the arrival lounge for the international flights, and you see the beautiful snow-capped mountains there. And it was the first time in my life, being from Australia and only ever traveling to warmer countries close to my home, like Bali or Indonesia and these small warm countries. I'd never seen snow-capped mountains. And when I saw snow-capped mountains, it was it was so overwhelming. I was so overwhelmed. I started to cry. It was the first time that I was so far from home. I was seeing something that I'd only ever seen on television, and it was so beautiful. And I felt it at home, kind of still, that I was so far away. I thought, wow, this is amazing. This is beautiful. This is why I travel. And it overwhelmed me. And I was standing there alone in the airport in Vancouver with tears running down my face. And it was an incredible feeling. And the emotions in that moment were indescribable, really. So yeah, I connect traveling and emotions very, very closely. Some of my most emotional times have been while traveling, and yeah.
Exciting. Thank you. So let's take Antje. Is it right, Antje? Oh, you need to put your mic on. I think I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah. We cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear Antje too.
Oh, it's very quiet, Antje. I don't know what it is.
Is it better?
No.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Wonderful. Did I say the name right, Antje?
Okay. I like it to go in other country to hear from the other people and see her life and see other country. We were 2 times in Canada, 3 weeks, and 3 weeks Norway, or 5 day New York, 5 day London, 2 weeks Sri Lanka, and the difference between the people and her life. And this time when we were there, I could not so good speak English. How today is also not bad, not the best, but it is very better. And the people were trotzdem,
Nevertheless,
happy that we could a little bit speak English. And so I'm also happy. Yes. And that's the reason. That is the reason why I'm here.
Yeah. And do you remember that feeling when you entered into Canada the first time, when you landed at the airport? Do you remember that feeling that you had?
I saw before snow-capped mountains. These long streets. The biggest forest. So less people in this big country, and all big cars. Big streets, big people.
Big people too.
and so happy people, and so friendly, and it is the silent on the streets and in the people, and a shop has 24 hours open and 7 days open, and Verkäufer is trotzdem happy.
The sellers are happy nevertheless.
Not so in Germany.
There's a lot of happy people. Yes. Wonderful. Thank you. So now take Betty.
I think I'll change the name. Yeah. Steve is my name. And,
take Steve.
Yeah, I can say, I can speak about my feeling from the first time is the moment I entered into the plane. The Boeing blah blah blah. I don't know what was the name. The Boeing blah blah blah, and it was the biggest plane. and so many people inside, because I've just watched a movie of those big aeroplanes. I got lucky enough to sit at the back, so I felt all the impression as the aeroplane was going up and everything. And I thought, have I made the right decision or the wrong decision? Because the feeling started there. I can say that. Yeah, I was excited. The emotions of traveling, the emotion of going to another land, the emotion of meeting new people, new culture. I'm from Kenya. And the landing again, after all, it was a successful journey. After landing in Frankfurt, I remember that time. It was in January. It was cold. Just left Kenya, whereby we were at around 26, 27 degrees. Then I came to minus degrees.
I know that.
The chance and from 20 to minus made my whole trip, the whole joy that I had to turn around. And it was another turnaround, a big turnaround because of the weather and cold and everything. I was very warm clothes. Standing, I had to buy a big sweater and everything. But landing at the end of the day, it was I was joyful that everything went on well. Coming in, then there was a shock because of the change of culture. I always looked at myself being different because from my own country, let me just speak of that. I'm not speaking of racism or anything. From my own country, from my place, we have less of the white people. I've seen them, meet them on the road, but in our country, you will meet most of the black people in the street. But now I've come to Deutschland, where we meet most of the white people and less of the black people, or the colors and everything. I was always walking and I'm like, is there anyone? Like, is there my brother? Like,
any brother somewhere?
So at times I was insecure. At times I was trying to catch up with the new life. And the feeling of fear was there. The feeling of I feel like I want to go back home. And then there is this thing with the language. The language was also something that made also my feeling of coming into Germany to become less of more excitement. To like, how do I communicate to the people? How do I communicate to my fellow brother or sister? Because all I could say is hello. Most of them go like, ich kann nicht English sprechen, nur Deutsch and so. And I'm like, okay, I can only speak English. I'm not Deutsch, and so there was also that. But as time goes on, it has been emotional. Thank God I chose the right decision to come. I've met friends. I've met families, and it's a nice place. The feeling now has become more of entertaining, more of togetherness and brotherness.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. This is my second home.
Thank you, Stephen. Victoria, where are you? Are you there?
I'm here.
Wonderful. Victoria, tell us.
I visited so many countries in my life, and I love travel a lot. But the most bravest travel was to India 10 years ago. So it was the longest travel where I lived for 6 months.
Wow.
And I decided to go there just after my studies I got an internship there in private international school, and I just went there. And why did I choose India? The most people ask me always, and ask till now. I wanted to break an ice in all parts, in psychological, to in my English, of course, because I almost didn't speak English when I went there. It was like kind of A2 level, and I could only write and a little bit understand, and I couldn't speak at all almost. So
Wow.
it was, yeah, and in the first months it was very, very hard because
Yeah.
I worked where I was an intern, and I worked there kind of a music teacher. And can you imagine music teacher and she almost doesn't speak English? I just
I can
all the
imagine
time
that.
was with my laptop and I tried to translate almost every word. So yeah, but I got luck and I've met very nice people and we're friends till now.
Wonderful.
And I learned a lot, and
Yeah.
that was an amazing experience for me. And after that time, I came back to my country, to Lithuania, and I moved from my parents' house because
Yeah.
I've got mature a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I decided my career to move forward in this way, what I'm doing till now, actually.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Did you eat in the morning something else that you never used to eat? Daniel can tell a story. He's got a story with India a little bit. Did you eat something in the morning where you thought, oh, that's something that I'm not used to eat in the mornings in India?
Actually, Indian food, I had also luck with the food because I've got to use, I was able to eat all the time at school, and as it was a private school, of course, that was very good served and very good meal.
Yeah.
And on the street, of course, I've tried, and for luck, I didn't get any sickness.
Wonderful, strong.
Yeah, amazing experience. I
Wonderful.
strongly recommend for everyone to go to India at least once in life.
Thank you, Victoria. Really appreciate it. That sounds really like, yeah, that sounds wonderful. I wanted to say that, you know, it's the same, like when we talk right now, one can feel it, you know, it's like we're connecting. One is starting to understand the other one, and everybody's sharing about the feelings. And I think we as humans, we are more of feelings than more for our minds, but our feelings, we tend to forget them often. Daniel, do you want to share or not?
I'm thinking about which one should I share. I only had 2 big trips and many small trips, but the biggest trip for me was the one to South Africa with you. But I don't want to take away anything from what you're talking about South Africa, so I can also share about me going to the United States for a year. So I'll go that. I'll not take away anything from South Africa. For me, going to, because I stayed 1 year in the United States for an exchange year, and I was 17 years old then, so school kid. I had never gone any place by myself. There were always people around me, and this was for 1 year to learn English. Okay, I know 2 people, one from Chemnitz and one from Leipzig, that I knew they were going to be there with me.
Yeah.
But I was not going to see them till like 3 or 4 weeks later when school started. So now it's me and getting to know the host family. So that's all I knew. And yeah, my parents had dropped me off at the airport, and yeah, by parents. And now I'm on the plane, long trip. Also, you have to, we went to Amsterdam, and you have to change. You have to go on another plane. And yeah, I managed to do all those things. I didn't worry much. Maybe that was now that's one thing. I was just dreaming, little bit dreamy. I wasn't really aware of things might go wrong or anything. I was just really young and naive. So I just thought, okay, I go on the plane and they will tell me and everybody will help me.
Yeah.
Basically, it's what it was too. Nothing went wrong. I actually arrived in Chicago, and then there was another small plane that brought me to Saginaw, Michigan, which is like Zwickau, Germany. It's like in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, and there was no airport really. It was just a landing field, and my host family standing on the standing outside waving already. And yeah, for me that was, I was just like not expecting too much, but what I do remember is like that everything seemed big, and everything was really flat. The whole countryside, everything, wherever I looked in Germany, I was used to seeing mountains and hills and, you know, forest and different types of colors in the countryside. But there it was all flat. As far as I could see, all directions, it's no hill, nothing, just flat earth, and no cities, no buildings. This feeling of like, I don't know, standing on a plate, on a big plate.
Yeah.
This was that. And yeah, then of course all the streets are straight on. It always felt like going to or driving towards the horizon somehow. Yeah, and we stopped. The food was really bad. We stopped at a restaurant. And the first thing we did, they took me to a restaurant. They said restaurant, and I was expecting restaurant. Like in Germany, when we go to restaurant, it's
yeah.
have a menu and you can choose. But the menu, I opened the menu, it was only burger, cheese, and pommes, French fries, right? Nothing. There was nothing on there that I thought this is good. It was like McDonald's.
Yeah.
10 pages McDonald's. And
hey, Ryan, you've got somebody special there.
Yeah, so that was just amazing, and it kept on like this. I was really missing good food, or food that I felt, now I'm done. I always had this feeling of I want something else to eat now. After like half an hour, 1 more hour, it didn't fill me up. Like I didn't feel full or nurtured by the food.
Satisfied.
I didn't feel satisfied. And I got back 10 kilos plus, and I never gained. Like, I mean, look at me, I'm skinny guy. I can eat as much as I want in Germany. I don't gain a lot of weight, but there I was 90 kilos. 90 kilos. So that's 20 kilos from now I've lost.
Oh, Danny, exciting. I would like to see you fat.
Yeah, so there's more the experience about the feelings. I felt lost. I felt a bit lost. I didn't know who to speak with. I was really lonely, and my host family, I didn't understand what they want from me. They were speaking about simple things, and I didn't get a word like laundry. What is laundry? I didn't learn that at school. You know, I have so much at school, and so much English. I was good at school, but I didn't speak there. Nobody could. I felt I don't have a connection to the people. I didn't feel enabled to speak. I was like, I understand you, but how do I speak to you? And I was the first 2 weeks, I was just quiet in my room and going with them wherever they took me, to church, the supermarket. I didn't speak.
Yeah, the feeling of lost, that's also a feeling. Yeah, thank you everybody for sharing. I find it really exciting when I listen to people talking. Somebody asked me, I say, Nesh, tell me, how do we nurture our feelings, you know? And I thought of 3 things. There's many things, but there's 3 things which I thought other people do meditation or go to church or do something spiritual to nurture their feelings. And others people spend most of their time in memories. You know, they visit their homes, they spend their time with their family, and that is more of the brain one. You know, the brain tells you you need to go back to the school where you went to, or do something that will connect you to the good feelings that you have. A club, for example, the old corner where you used to meet with your friends, and that is the memory part. The other part, which is my part, I love very much, is music. And I thought music it's everywhere. And music is the only thing that connects us to our feelings properly. So now I come to the part where I have to talk about South Africa. So now think about it. You're flying, it's about 12,000 kilometers away from Germany, and you land in South Africa. The first thing is that it's warm. The second thing is that when you land in South Africa, the first thing that greets you is music. You come out of the aeroplane, you hear singing. You walk through the tunnel, there's music playing. You go to the shop, there's music playing. You go to the lady who's controlling the tickets, sometimes they're singing. Even the police, they're singing. You know, everybody has something to sing about. It's not even a joke, I'm serious about that. You know, people are singing. I went this what we call taxis. Taxis, they are VW Golfs, VW family cars, where 6 people will fit or 7 people. And in those taxis, there's thousands of them in South Africa. You enter into it, people are sitting close to each other, and there's music, and music is playing very loud, and everybody's talking. A place where I come from is a small township. A township is like what we call sort of like a place next to the cities, you know, like a place, a suburb, so to say. And there, every house has got this song music. Everybody's playing music. The school kids are singing. The teacher is singing. Everybody's just singing. Music is everywhere. You go to a funeral in South Africa, people don't sit there and wear black clothes and sit in a funeral. People sing. And that's not a joke. That's how it is. Like, they sing, they express their feelings through songs. You go to, like, for example, a shop where you want to buy something, the person who sits there just play music, continuously play music. And I thought, music gives us that feeling. It translates our feelings, you know, and that is the way we communicate with each other in South Africa. People love music where I come from, and people love to share about their feelings. They hug each other, you know. And I told someone, I was like, when I used to grow up, I used to hold my friend's hand. We used to be 2 guys, you know, we used to hug one another. I used to hug my teacher. I used to hug. It's like feelings are everywhere. They're expressed by different type of people, and people want to share about their feelings. And that's the reason why we are connected as people all together. So now, many people always say, yeah, in South Africa, maybe there's a reason why people love music. And I think it's not about that. That is another reason. But there's a big reason. The reason is because music always translates our feelings. It's like a translation to what we feel. You know, whenever we feel sad, we sing sad songs. And that also gives us a feeling of expressing ourselves, you know. And I thought to myself, how many times do we express our feelings? Many people don't share about their feelings, how they feel. You know, many people don't talk about what they feel. They talk about what they understand. But I think it's also important to talk about what you feel, you know, and inside your heart, what you have inside your heart. And most of the time, I find it interesting is when we are lost, when we can talk about the feelings. That's why I talked about traveling. You know, when somebody's somewhere in Italy, let us say you are in Italy, you can't speak Italian. You can't speak, or let us say you are in, like, for example, somebody was in what you call this, in Canada. You can't speak the language. The only thing that can connect you to the people is feelings. You watch their faces, like Barbara, you know, you came to Germany, you look at the people, they smile, and you realize, they're expressing something good. Then I must smile back, you know. You look at the people, they're doing something, and the feelings are a language that connects us as people, as humans, without even words. So then comes the music. The music gives our feelings the words. Every culture has got its own songs, you know, the way they write the song, the way they sing. But music gives us that feeling that we have. You know, I want to share to you about my experience also of experiencing feelings when I came to Germany. You know, I remember I went to the airport in Frankfurt and it was very quiet. Nobody said anything. And the only thing that I remember that made me feel so welcome is that there was a shop at the corner that they played music. It was sort of like a clothes shop. I don't know what is it. And I went into their shop and we're playing English music. So, unfortunately, in Germany, there's always English songs. And that made me feel better when I heard the music, you know? And that's something that gave me a sort of a good feeling. So music always connects us, and feelings everybody's got. A feeling of happiness, a feeling of sadness, and a feeling of being lost, like Daniel said right now, in another country. But we humans are more of feelings than more of our brains. So we need feelings to connect us. Like right now, we are connecting from different parts of the world, but everybody gets a feeling inside themselves about the people. So I brought a song, and I thought we could literally try through our feelings to feel the song and translate it and say the words. It's in a foreign language. I think Daniel's got it somewhere. Does everybody have it?
And do you want me to play the song?
No, everybody needs to say the words first and try to say. Do you have it for everybody?
Barbara, send it out.
Yeah, send it out.
Actually, I have sent everybody these words. Do you have them? Ryan, and in email, I can send it once again for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it in my chat. Thanks, Savara. Did you send it to everybody in the chat?
It was not in chat, it was in email, but it's not a problem. We will
You just give everybody a minute. I think that now
maybe I will send it. One here. One here. So, Antja, Katja, check please the chat box.
Ryan is bringing it up.
Is that right?
Stefan,
that's perfect. That's the words. Does everybody have it?
Just for Victoria.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, do you want to have words? You have.
I have the words. I have the words.
You have the words. Ryan have words. They are different for everyone.
Oh,
a little bit
for everyone. Okay, I thought I was giving the words to everybody. Okay.
So
I have the same words, like
So these two parts.
Yeah.
So the half from you have one part, and another have another one.
Okay.
Okay, let's start. Who wants to start to be the bravest one? Do you have it?
Now, should if I start, should the words be read phonetically with English? No.
No. I want you to try. That's what is foreign, but try it. So you need to try to say the words and tell me from your feelings, what do you think that could mean? Ryan, come on, try it. If you want to start.
Do we have to speak the word or try to sing them out?
No, try to say them.
Just to pronounce them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Because I'm a Bantu speaker, I think. So a Bantu speaker is.
No, not you.
You know this language.
We need Ryan to start first.
Okay.
Not you, Steve.
Okay. Let me be the last one.
Well, it's I don't want to analyze it too much, but when I look at it, I think in foreign languages, I think in my mind in German now, so it sounds German in my head, but I'll say it with English phonetic. When uya beleka when uya beleka koletso chapa Stimela Sifumu, South Africa.
That is really good. I didn't understand that. Now, Katja, you're the next one on the line. Try.
Do you have the same words?
I think I have the same words.
Mhm.
When we are baleka, kuletsu tamba, stimela sifume South Africa.
Excellent.
Great.
So now Barbara, you're the next one. You've been hiding.
Okay, then I will take the first. Shosholoza, kuletson taba, stimela sihume, South Africa.
Wonderful. Hey, Antje.
I have the same like Katja and Ryan. When uya baleka, koliso, daba, stimela, sivune, South Africa.
Yeah, that's very good. Excellent. Yeah. Wonderful. So, Victoria.
When yabaleka, kulezo taba,
Yeah.
stimela simupe, South Africa.
Wonderful. So, where's Daniel? He mustn't hide. He needs to say it too.
Shosholosa, kulezontava, stimula sipume, South Africa.
Excellent. Oh, Daniel, wonderful. That's very good. So, Steve, now you can say.
So, okay. Shosholoza, kulezo ndaba, stimela sifune, South Africa.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So now I'm going to sing the song. Okay, then you must try to feel it and try to say, what could that mean? So now I'm going to sing it. So, Shosholoza, gules ontaba, stimelas, pume South Africa. When uya balega, gules ontaba, stimelas, pume South Africa. Shosholoza, gules ontaba, stimelas, pume South Africa. When uya balega, gules ontaba, stimelas, pume South Africa. Now let's start with Victoria. What could that mean? By feeling. Victoria.
Oh. I'm thinking can it be related to any celebration?
Yeah. Yeah, so celebration.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Hard to say.
Okay. So Katja, can you try to translate it with your feelings? What do you think it could mean?
It's a little bit difficult. It's happiness. I feel happiness. Yes.
So happiness.
Happiness, yes.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. So, Antje.
Want you to see happy people and want you to hear a good sound, then have you to go to South Africa.
Great.
You see what will happen.
Translation.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, did I miss anybody? Who?
So I would like to say, so for me, it sounds like people go home and they celebrate going home. Yeah. So something like that. So it's how you seen it. It has this feeling that I feel that my long road goes to end, and I can meet my friends or something like that. So I'm on the road, but I'm be at home now. So soon, something like that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So that Steve, you wanna try? before I come to Ryan?
I can try. From the way you are singing, just watch your reaction and the way you're pronouncing the words. To me, it doesn't look like it's a sad song. It is something like a song that encourages somebody about South Africa, or giving encouragement to South Africa or something. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Ryan?
Well, yes, it has to be something to do with South Africa. That's one thing I can be sure of. And yes, of course, I feel uplifted when I hear the song. I think I think the word, somebody used it, a few people have used it, in fact, the word encouragement. I feel like, yeah, in Vavara, touching on coming home, a feeling of maybe relief or yeah, I feel that. It's nice.
Amazing. Yeah, so I can say you're all South African. You understand the language. Is it true? I can't believe it. You guys, you're in the wrong country. Barbara, do you have the translation?
So, yeah,
now look at that.
But I didn't read this translation.
Do you want to listen to me, Barbara? I'll put it on the screen. Or Daniel can put it on.
Okay, yeah, I can do it. A second.
I can read it. Or I also have the song with the translations.
No, playing the song, just the translation.
Just so should I read it?
Yeah, read it, Daniel, if you've got it.
Okay. Moving fast. Okay, yeah. Moving fast and strong through those mountains. Train from South Africa.
Come on. Ryan, isn't it what you just said? Encouragement?
Yeah.
Are you South African?
Maybe I have some ancestry in South Africa.
Where's Antia? I think you understood the song very well. Thank you very much. So it's a song about movement. It's a song that people sing to motivate each other. And the song has to do with a movement, you know. There was a time when people in South Africa used to work in the mines. And the mine workers went to the train and they will sing this song the whole way till they go to the mountains, and sing the whole way when they go back home. So it's a song of motivation, of encouragement for the mine workers that used to work in the gold mines in South Africa. So should we try to sing it together since we are lesser people? We tried. So I say, like, it goes like, Sholoza. Can we try that? 1, 2, 3. Sholoza. Sounds good. That sounds wonderful.
Does it really?
It really sounds good. Yeah. I know that it's a technological word. So now we have to try it one more time. We don't have to sing that now. Sholoza. Yeah, again, one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. Wonderful. Yeah, that sounds like that. Excellent. So, yeah, with feelings, I wanted to give an example that we can listen at something foreign and we can understand it with our feelings. And that's what we did right now. We understood with our feelings a little bit of what the song could mean, which is something exciting because music is something that connects the people. So should we play it now, Daniel?
I'll bring it up.
Now you can close your eyes and just relax and enjoy the song.
When we have a leg digging in the sun. Men must work for me. Digging in the sun. Men must work for me. Digging in the sun. Men must work for me. Südafrika.
So that's it.
Very, very, very cool.
Super. So good.
I hope you take the feeling with you to know that, you know, music is there and music can connect us as human beings, as one human beings. Doesn't matter where one comes from, but we are all human beings. We can connect with each other through music. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nash.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, Steven, want to say something? Oh, nice.
It was a very great feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I assume there's a lot of history behind that song too, Nash.
You're mute. Nash? You're mute.
Yeah, now I'm talking. I can hear you. Yes. Yeah, it's a traditional song that we have in South Africa. It's been there for ages and everybody sings this song, you know, and still today, even small kids, they sing it as a motivation, you know. It's a fantastic song.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you for sharing your stories too of traveling. I really enjoyed them.
Thanks, Nash.
Okay, so thank you, Nash. Thank you for bringing us one more. Yeah, well, I said it's Kurzurlaub. Somebody said it you received in WhatsApp message or somewhere. It's Kurzurlaub, right? We said it. We want to use that. It's not really Kurzurlaub, but a little taste of what we always feel going to somewhere else. Came over to me definitely when listening to this music that's foreign, but somehow I know it too. So thank you for sharing it with all of us. And this is the time to close the webinar for tonight. Thank you all for coming. It was nice to hear from you. I really feel connected to all of you, and I hope to see you again somewhere. Come back. I hope to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next webinar.
It was
Thank you too.
Bye.
Thank you all. Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Great evening.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Thank you, Sue. Bye.
Thank you, Nash.
Bye.